Today we're checking out the Zephyr 22 from Achilles Amplification here in Australia. This is the Achilles take on the Deluxe reverb. You can order this with various options, but this one is pretty true to the classic Deluxe format. There's a single 12-inch Jensen ceramic speaker. You can order it with a single 12 or two 10s. You can also order it with an effects loop and a half power switch. This particular example doesn't have either of those, but it does have the classic Deluxe layout of a normal channel with volume, bass, and treble, as well as a high and low input, and then a vibrato channel with a high and low input, volume, bass, treble, speed and intensity, and then a spring reverb. Like everything Achilles, this is built to exacting standards. It is definitely one of the nicest finished amps that I have ever seen, and everything on here, from the way the jacks feel to the overall feel of the knobs, feels high quality and frankly just classy. If we have a look on the back as well, this one is made out of solid pine. The construction is great. If I lift it up, you can hopefully see in there you've also got a nice cover for the spring reverb on there. There is a jack to connect an external speaker, but we'll just hear the built-in speaker today. I have to start it out with a Strat, and we have to hear some of the gorgeous onboard effects in here. But you can get some great rock sounds out of this, and as you would expect from a Deluxe variant, it takes effects really well. So we'll hear some of that. Let's make some noise. To get started, I've got my 77 Strat plugged straight into the Zephyr. I've mic'd it up with a Cascade fathead pulled back about 5 centimeters or 2 inches from the center of the speaker. We're going to start out on the normal channel, high input. I'm on the neck pickup of my Strat, and with this sort of circuit, I generally like to start with all the controls just above minimum, so you've got a little bit of volume to start with. Then bring the volume control up to the point where the amp starts to break up a little bit. Bring the treble control up to the point where you've got just enough brightness, and then bring the bass control up to the point where it just starts to flub out a little bit. Then bring the bass back. From there, you can kind of just use the onboard volume and tone controls to get everything else that you need with a Strat anyway. just kind of sounds like electric guitar, right? There's no bells and whistles, but everything is super sweet, super responsive, and I really like the breakup on there. It doesn't break up too early on that dial, so there's some nice clean headroom in there, but once you do start to get into that breakup, there's nothing too gnarly or disgusting in there. It's very musical. We'll go over to the same settings on the vibrato channel now, without the vibrato or the reverb, but I will bring those in because they sound pretty gorgeous. But for now, let's stay with that crunchy kind of vibe. That's a vibe right there. A lot brighter, a lot more aggressive, and great if you want to do the Jimmy or the Stevie thing. Let's bring in some of this built-in spring reverb and tremolo now. I've just backed off the volume control a little bit. This is my favorite combination of effects on an amp like this. There's just nothing like the type of spring reverb combined with tremolo, combined with this clean amp circuit. It is so glorious in the room. Hopefully some of that translates through the mic. As you'd expect, this amp also takes pedals and effects like a champion. I've got my Fractal VP4 plugged in really quickly. I'll give you some delay, some flanger, and a little bit of drive from a Noble's drive model on there. We'll start out dry, and then I'll bring the Memory Man style delay in. It's a pretty deluxe version of the Deluxe, right? We'll hear it with some humbuckers now. I'll play my Les Paul Standard, then I'll get my old 335 out. The 335, as you would expect, is going to be great for that bluesy vibe, but cranking up the treble, bringing the bass down, and cranking up the volume on this, you can get some great classic rock sounds with a Les Paul. Achilles aren't exactly reinventing the wheel, but what they are doing is building an exceptionally high quality version of the wheel. Much like the Argos amps that I tried out on the channel previously, this is just voiced so musically. There's nothing harsh about the way it sounds. It lets my different guitars sound like my different guitars, and frankly, it's inspiring to play. Furthermore, the fit and finish on here really seals the deal for it just being a super high quality product, and even better that it's coming out of Australia. I will put a link in the video description to their website so you can check them out. We're going to hear a few more Achilles amps over the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. There's some different variations and some original designs coming, and I'm super stoked to be making some noise with them. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel, links to my Patreon and the music I make with my band Ragdoll are in the video description. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.